We are on the line with Sam. What's going on over there, Sam Sisodia? Listen, I'm going to cut straight into this. We just pulled you on. We're doing a quick interview here, and I went on Google. I checked out LinkedIn. Not only are you fighting next weekend in Supreme Championships in K1, but you're also a senior business development manager. You look so professional on LinkedIn. I would never guess you can kick someone's head off.
Yeah, that is correct. I have a big old career alongside fighting. It is a very demanding one. I think it's senior business development, but I'm head of UK and US for a big old lender. So I'm working around the clock, normally up at 6 in the morning, finishing work, or my day finishes at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I get like 4 hours sleep a day, and in that obviously I have to incorporate training. And I train every single day, 7 days a week. So it's been a challenge, and it's been like that for the last 10 years.
Do people ever ask you like, "Hey, what do you do on the weekends, man?" Or did you go out clubbing Friday night and you just got to be like, I ride bicycles. I'm part of a chess club." Do they see the red marks? I mean, how does it go down?
It's funny actually. I don't actually have time to socialise. So I've actually got another job as well. So I'm a doorman on the weekend. So on a Friday and Saturday, yeah, I work at the clubs, but on the other side as security. Keeps me away from drinking and smoking and all of that. Keeps me healthy for fighting. So that's why I do that. And obviously, earn a bit of extra money too. So all I know is grafting and grinding.
We were talking about just before we jumped on live about places you'd like to go visit, and you mentioned Mexico and Tulum, and I mean I've been to Chichen Itza and so on. We jumped to the Giorgio Tusculos ancient aliens theory stuff, and you said, you know what, I actually do have an open mind. Why not? And I mean, I studied history. I'm fascinated by all that ancient stuff. Is that kind of open mindset something that led you into martial arts, or is that kind of a holistic view that drew you to maybe wanting to go and actually fight in a cage?
I don't know. I think you've got to have an open mindset with everything in life. I think I'm very far away from kind of ignorance. Unless something's proven factually, then I think anything's possible. And I guess that comes, into the fight game as well. For me, the reason that I got into fighting is because I had kind of a rough childhood. I was born really, really small. I mean, I'm small now, but I
Speak
mean,
for
I was
yourself,
like,
man. Listen.
I was, I was, I was this. No, I was born into this world like a really pure, innocent, helpless little boy. Wasn't physically strong. Wasn't mentally strong. I was actually racially bullied quite badly when I was a youngster. I didn't have a normal childhood like most, in the sense of my school life. I didn't have a lunch or anything like that. I was always in exclusion or isolation to keep me safe. I'd actually been stabbed twice as well when I was in school, so I didn't really have a childhood. I had no friends. I can not actually recollect like any kind of friends. Maybe one mate that kind of kept me safe. Um, so yeah, I didn't think it was possible for me to ever amount to where I'm at the moment. I used to watch a lot of Bruce Lee, James Bond films. I used to watch a lot of the old Pride fighters and people like that, and always aspire to be like that. I always just sit there and, why can I be that person? And it's been nice because I've overcome a lot of adversary, and I've built myself into who I am today. I think that's part of my journey now. The reason I fight is to inspire others, whether that's vulnerable children, children getting bullied, whether that's a woman in a domestic abuse case that feels helpless, guys that have got mental health problems, which is another thing close to my heart because I had real bad mental health. I've been suicidal at points. Fighting saved that for me, but I want them to see that that there's a guy here that got pounded on proper, and he can do it, and I want them to find strength in that. I don't want them to feel the feelings that I've ever felt, and I think that's my whole kind of philosophy, is helping people. So yeah, I just want to do that. I'm 28, so I'm kind of young in the fight game still, but as my journey continues, I want someone in the crowd to think, do you know what, I can do that. And yeah, I want to be a voice for those people.
When you look back on it, because you strike me as somebody who actually really has their stuff together, people really never know. You look behind the backstories of an athlete, you have no idea where they came from. Even when you watch 3 5-minute rounds, right, in an MMA fight, or say 3 threes in your case, you only see that little compartmentalized vision of what somebody's actually able to do. But when you look back on that 10-year journey, when you look back on where you came from, Does it seem kind of easy, or does it seem like, you know what, wow, that was actually a really great deal of baggage and a struggle? How do you kind of reflect on that whole thing? Because I think too often people only see the end product in the fight game, and they have no idea exactly what came before.
Yeah, I think that's the hard thing in fighting. And do you know what? I like to educate a lot of people. I tend to find that people with their own insecurities, or people who are fearful of fighting, see it as aggression, and they see, it's easy to visualize what we do as two horrible men, and it's not until you get to know these guys that you realize actually the majority of martial artists there, whether that's whatever discipline, whether you fight in MMA, whether it's boxers, are real nice guys, and actually they all came from places where they had to overcome their own adversary, and they all had issues to deal with. So what I try to do is I never shut anyone down that's got that image of me. If they ask me, what do you do? And I say, look, I'm an MMA fighter or a K1 fighter. I don't shut them down at all, I try to understand why. Why do you think I'm aggressive, and I take a really gentle approach with it. And I like to educate them and let them know where I've come from and what the backstory is. And I think I changed a lot of mindsets like that as well. A lot of guys actually end up looking at me like, can't believe Sam's a fighter. Like, this guy gets in the cage, and
I can't either. Looking at your LinkedIn, man, I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, I'd hire that
That's
guy.
Exactly
he's got a bunch of hashtags going on here and key, experience. I love it. It's a perfect CV, right? But people don't.
They don't, and
sometimes quantify that or qualify that.
And it's the same on the other end as well. Sometimes you get fans come up to you who are a bit, rough and ready as well themselves, and they expect, they've just seen what you've done in the cage, and they expect you to be, like that kind of person. And they talk to me and they realise, actually, look, this guy's like really soft, he's intelligent, guy. And I'm like, speaking to them on a level and showing them that this isn't about, being aggressive and being. It's all about respect. It's all about this deeper philosophy to the fight game. I think it's all about educating people, making them realise what it actually is and the depth of it.
It's not all this, is it?
No, that's exactly it.
So you can't quite see my cauliflower here.
I could just about see it. Yeah, all of our guys have got it. I've managed to avoid it.
You know which way I pass guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know which way, man.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. If one side's got it and the other side hasn't, then I know. That's it.
Yeah, no, I really think that's beautiful. Quickly about your actual fight. I'm taking a look at it here. You're both Bournemouth guys. Obviously, you're coming in under the tutelage of Justin, who we just spoke to a little bit ago. It is a catchweight fight, K1, 3-3s, 160 pounds. What do you make of Ruben Breslin, and what are your expectations for this?
Yeah, I know Ruben personally too. Nice lad. I think he's pretty new to the fight game. I'm quite seasoned. Do you know what? I think for any fighter, it takes a lot of courage to step in the cage, let alone obviously stepping in against someone he knows that are more experienced. So fair play to him for having the courage there, and I think that's a strength of his. He won his first fight, so he's got a taste for winning in this game. But on the other hand as well, I think that could also be his biggest weakness. Could easily get complacent. He hasn't, come up against some of my experience, and he's very different to the first fighter that he faced. So, but yeah.
What does a perfect fight look like for you?
Perfect fight for me. Well, you don't get paid overtime in this. You
Next
don't get
weekend.
paid. Yeah.
Visualizing.
You don't get paid overtime, do you, in this game? No. The perfect result would be obviously just to finish it as quick as I can, walk out and have a beer. Have a beer, man. I've been waiting for a beer for a long time, so that'd be the perfect result. Come out unscathed.
Are you going to try to grab my shoe after the post-fight interview? You up for a shoey?
Yeah, I'm up for a shoey.
Listen, I'm going to hold you to it, all right? I might have to pull the Rogan and say, listen, I got to wear these two for the rest, but I'll carry an extra one with, you know what I mean? Because we might have to try to overcome some adversity there with the shoe department. Listen, it's been great to have you on. Sam Sisodia is fighting next weekend, February 19th, Supreme Championships. Any final thoughts for us?
I just come in, do the job, get a win, and get back on the winning spell and get my career started again. And that's it. Get ready to go pro.
Awesome. Well, Sam Sisodia, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming on today, bro.
Cheers. Thanks, man.